Welcome back. Dale Myers with Vision Advanced. Today we're going to talk about how to provide value. All results hinge on this. So when we talk about providing value, we could be talking about how do we add value for customers, how do we create value in the lives of others, our personal relationships, our employees, our employers, all of the people we come in contact with. The ultimate outcome that we get is based on us providing value to their life or to that circumstance. Your income, one of the things, your income is directly affected by the value that you provide. So this is why we're going to discuss how to provide value. A couple of days back, we were driving down from Atlanta, my son and I was telling him that I'm going to let him accompany me on a business engagement in which I'm going to be meeting with someone to discuss some marketing services. And I kind of just wanted him to tag along. You know, he's my budding entrepreneur, so he likes to discuss stuff with me. So, and he's about to be 10 years old. And of course, immediately he said, "Great, I get to make some money too." I said, "Well, you certainly can make some money if you earn it. What are you going to do that's going to add value?" And he thought for a minute and then came back to, "Well, Dad, how do I add value? How do I provide value?" And I said, "Great, you're asking the right question. Let's think about that a little bit." And we were describing it in the context of business. And I said, after I had this conversation with him, I said, wow, the more I think about it, all of these questions kind of go across all areas of our life. These same questions, the vast majority of these questions about creating value apply in our personal lives just as well as our professional lives. So first up, we're going to talk about how do we add value to others. The first thing we need to do is understand, let's not make assumptions. Let's ask questions. We need to learn what are some of the right questions to ask. I want to go back for a moment because what makes a lot of us, how we make a lot of mistakes is we make assumptions. In our personal lives, don't we assume that we know what the other person wants? Or don't we assume that they know what we want? So at the core of this, it's about communication and asking questions. In our business lives, most businesses fail because they can't deliver or they don't deliver with excellence to their customers. Why is that? Because they don't communicate with their customers. They don't go out and ask questions. All right. So the first part in providing value, you have to understand the value. Don't make the assumption. Go out and ask questions. Before we go any further, a key component of this is listen. Don't just start asking questions and then no. Listen. Get them talking, you listen. All right. So first, we're going to ask questions to identify the needs. So now we get a good understanding of what exactly do they want and need. All right. And again, this is personal relationships, spouses, employers. What's the biggest thing that your employer needs from you? Well, yeah, you may have a list of 20, 30 different things. In most industries, you really get paid for about 3 things, and you better deliver with excellence on those 3, or you're out the door. I say that in terms of most industries because I also worked in education, and my God, any of you guys that are in education or have been in education, there's a laundry list, and it's almost like everything is weighted equal. So an administrator can choose anything to pencil whip you for. Can you tell that's a sore spot for me? Having said all of that, I have a great reputation, but it's just been something that's nonsensical, right? There has to be a hierarchy of importance. So our job is to find out what's most important to the people. What are the most valuable pain points so that we can satisfy them if we want this relationship to grow, right? All right. And that's related to the next one. How bad do they want it? Okay. And then, are there any substitutes for it? Again, in our personal relationship, can they get it from somewhere else if I don't give it to them? In our business relationships, your product, your service that you're providing to your customer, there are some substitutes for it. How good, how viable are the substitutes? You need to know this. Is it time sensitive? Because the more time sensitive it is, the more urgent the need for you to deliver. And if you deliver, the outcome is likely more favorable in your result. This one here is vital as well. Uniqueness, meaning can you deliver it in a unique fashion that they would appreciate? Is there something unique or special about the way you would deliver it that your customers would appreciate, that your employer, your spouse, your child, whomever would appreciate? Okay. And then how do you need to deliver it? The method of delivery can also be a positive or a negative. Again, we're talking about communication in many times. So how we deliver these questions, how we deliver the result, our tone of voice, our body language, that's one example of how we deliver it. But again, if we're talking products and services, the method of delivery might give you an advantage. What, in the customer's opinion, what's the best case scenario? If everything went right, what would be perfect in their eyes? You need to understand that. And on the other hand, what is the minimum amount of service that they would accept in order to feel satisfied? Because in business, sometimes we want to be the high-end provider, but Walmart and others have clearly shown that you can be the low-cost provider and provide lower-end goods and still make a good living. So what's the minimum threshold? Same thing in our relationship. You have a girlfriend. You want to wildly satisfy her and keep her smiling, or do you just want to do the minimum so that you can keep, coming over when the feeling hits you, right? Again, the outcome is predicated on the results that you intend to give, the need that you intend to satisfy. So again, we're talking about providing value. We're understanding the value that we're going to try to create, or the value that we're going to try to deliver here. All right. So those are the most of the questions. All right. So all of this now that I know what's the perfect situation, what's the minimum level, I have to decide. You have to decide. How excellent are you going to deliver? And excellent does not mean perfect. It just means that you got it done. How excellent will you deliver on this thing? Are you going to be, again, on the low end or the high end? Because, again, the results are going to be, most of the time, commensurate with the method or the level of service that you deliver, no matter the relationship. All right. So we already talked about assumptions. Here's the thing. If we do it right, the greater the method in which you try to deliver, the greater in which you satisfy your customers' needs. Your customer, again, I don't mean business customer. I'm talking about your spouse, your relationship, whoever, your employer. That's your customer we're talking about right now, right? If you deliver with excellence, you get more of their attention. If you're a business owner, you get more customers. If you're an employee, you get more promotion opportunities, more responsibilities, more moolah. Okay? So this is all tied into providing value. All right, let's see. I'm getting to the end. So I want to give you guys a quick summary. What we talked about. How do we provide value for others? Let's see. Where were we? How do we create value for customers? We already talked about that. And, before I do that, all of this is to say, what happens when you do all of these things with excellence? You get value. By providing value to others, you just created value for yourself. You added value to yourself. So again, this is kind of a simple concept here. And again, this spans across business and interpersonal relationships. This one, again, I'm not going to say it's profound, but it's really, that's what it is. It's about what value do I want to give to you? This is why I do, good amount of research. I'm trying to provide value. Again, this is key. Man, I'm no psychologist. I'm not Dr. Phil, but I know that this is real, what I'm talking about. What value do I want to put into other people's lives? There's a connection between the result that I want. And if I want your attention, I have to give you the result that you desire. I have to add value to your life. Again, no matter customers, whomever. So, in summary, ask the right questions, listen, determine the value that they desire, determine the value that you are willing to give, deliver it with excellence, add value to others, you receive value. Now, having said all of that, when we got done with the conversation, I said, okay, Dale, so he's Dale the second. I said, so how do you think you can provide value to me so that you can earn this money when you help me close this sale? He thought about it. It was a pause for a while. Then he said, well, I really just kind of want to go back to Chick-fil-A to get some more hash browns, and I'll help you so I can get all the money. I don't know that that's going to happen, but at least he kind of got an understanding that you have to provide the value to get the value in return. So this has been how to provide value. I hope that you found it helpful. Again, it applies to all areas of your life, not just business. Don't miss that. It's not just business. Please subscribe if you haven't. Thumbs up the video. Share it. We'll talk to you again soon. I'm Dale Myers with Vision Advanced. Take care.